Hi there, my name is Kerry Morris, and I'm running in the upcoming municipal elections to be your mayor in the city of North Vancouver. I'm asking voters to weigh in on the issue of the city's OCP. The issue: do you think that the 1st Street to 3rd Street area from St. David's to Queensbury should be upzoned from a 0.5 floor space ratio, or FSR, to 1.6 FSR? This is a sordid story which begins with the city's approval of the low-level road project. It is important to note that the mayor has already taken personal credit for pushing the road deal through the port, through council. What hasn't been thoroughly examined is whether or not certain members of staff and council were made aware that the low-level road was the first step in a two-step process. The second step being the Richardson's grain elevator silo expansion. With the expansion came a loss of views which has had and will continue to have a negative impact on the 1st Street homeowners. Had I been mayor, I would have withheld approval of the low-level road project unless the port was prepared to commit in a written contract that silo expansion would not occur. Alternatively, I would have withheld approval until the port made written offers to purchase all affected properties at current tax assessment values. Those who wish to avail themselves of those offers would then sell without the resulting market impact. The city, working with the port, could then have placed noise, view, dust, and all other manner of covenant on these lands, and then allowed the resale of these properties to people less concerned about living in close proximity to grain elevators, the railway, and the low-level road. The city did not do this. It failed to make public the port's intent to allow the silo expansion. The result? The 1st Street and 2nd Street residents have banded together to press for a dramatic increase in the allowable FSR, which can be built on each of the Moodyville properties. The Moodyville residents band together to form a lobby group and made repeated presentations before council, seeking a 1.6 FSR. What many people didn't first understand was that at 1.6 FSR, it becomes possible to access an additional 1.0 FSR, raising the total potential density to 2.6, which equates to a 500% increase. The 3rd Street residents caught the bug and began their own separate lobby group, also seeking a 1.6 FSR, similarly allowing a 2.6 FSR potential. The effects: a mass rezoning of the entire Moodyville area, from 1st Street to the northern laneway on the north side of 3rd Street, between St. David's and Queensbury. If approved, the entire character of the Moodyville area would change, transitioning from single-family neighborhoods to 6-story mixed-use condo buildings in one fell swoop. The proposal to up the density is rooted in the argument that the neighborhood has become unlivable in its current form. If so, the concept that putting 500% more people in the Moodyville area, to my mind, does nothing to make the community more livable. In my view, reduced livability would actually be the outcome of increased density. What no one turned their mind to was the impact this would also have on the 4th, 5th, and 6th Street residents. These uphill properties would effectively be confronted with their own version of the Richardson silo, in the form of 4 to 6-story mixed-use condominiums. The residents of those condominiums would look directly into the kitchens and bedrooms of the 4th and 5th Street homeowners. For obvious reasons, the 4th and 5th Street residents rose up in opposition to this mass rezoning proposal. What no one had considered until virtually the final hour of the OCP process was the lack of involvement and consideration for the needs of the renters in the Moodyville area. As non-property owners, many of whom reside in illegal suites, they were completely off the city's radar. Many had no idea whatsoever that the OCP had placed their housing security in jeopardy. Like the 4th, 5th, and 6th Street residents, the Moodyville rental community came alive. When they did, those who wanted the plan to succeed were confronted with the harsh reality of a rental community in their midst, which did not. The process now pitted neighbor against neighbor, block against block. In the end, the solution chosen by the majority of council was consistent with the premise often used to describe a win in the court systems. which is to say, all parties left the process mildly displeased. With the OCP now in limbo due to a rogue voting decision taken by Guy Haywood, the entire matter is now in a state of flux. Further, the issue of density is now front and center as an issue in this November's election. I support the decision taken by Council, limiting the density in the Moodyville area and 3rd Street neighborhoods to a 0.75 FSR. The argument that the 3rd Street corridor is a beeline bus route and thus warrants a higher density is unsustainable, as we already know TransLink has no intention of increasing bus service in this area until 2023 or beyond. They lack the funding necessary to make any adjustments, and their priorities are known to be elsewhere. I will hold the line on the Moodyville and 3rd Street density and encourage all of you to support this limit as well. On November 15th, vote Morris for mayor for a better tomorrow.